I'll do it a little longer this one since you're in the
Yeah.
upright and locked position too. I see.
Damn straight I am.
See? It's just that kind of day, isn't it?
Yeah, fuck. Like, we've gone through daylight savings time.
Yeah.
The weather's just kind of been shit and wet, and then we had snow a while ago.
God.
And
Snow last
ice
month and that dumbass groundhog last month.
Oh, fuck.
This is that funky time of year, right?
Yeah.
Coming out the tail end of winter, Oregon spring.
Like, the flowers are coming out and everything, but it's just, and, you know, we get sun a little bit later. The sun's up a little bit earlier. All of those things are good things, but son of a bitch, like, I want an evening where I can sit on the back deck and it's warm and it's dry and I don't have to travel someplace in order to be able to do that.
Hey, final stretch. It's coming. It's around the corner.
No, it's not. We have to wait until like fucking late June until it gets nice here.
Freaking kids will be out of school.
Yeah, and then they're just like, no, I want to use the backyard. No, it's my fucking backyard. Oh, it's my last summer that I can do it.
Oh, that's right. See, you're gonna have all of the lasts.
We've got the
summer,
graduation parties that are gonna be up here. We've got the last time we can all hang out around the campfire and blah 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 and yeah. I just I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this.
So we're gonna have a lot of hot takes this episode.
Oh fuck!
It's just actually it's more of just a bitch fest.
Yeah,
we'll have to.
This is way more wine than it's gonna be whiskey.
Yeah, it could be the whiskey and bitch fest for this episode.
Well, speaking of whiskey, so this is something that I procured through various means. It's somebody's private barrel, so they went and they got to select a barrel at Woodford, and they did the whole thing and tasted several barrels, picked one, and so then this is, they bottled the entire barrel, and so it's not something that you will find anywhere in any store just because it's a single barrel private selection. But I think the way we rate this is just straight on the juice. So it's Woodford Reserve. So, it's kind of their usual outing, but it's a private barrel. Let's see. So it's a 90 proof.
Okay.
And bottled last year.
All right.
Yeah. In Versailles, Kentucky.
What is this standard? What's the age on it? Do we know?
That's a great question. It doesn't fucking say.
All right, so
I have no idea.
Quick recap. Have a bottle.
Uh-huh.
We're taking our 3-part grading scale. We're throwing 2 of them out the window.
Yep.
So we're going just based on the juice itself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can still talk, flavor, nose, that kind of stuff. But as far as price and availability, they're out the window.
Yep, because it's not available, and I have no idea what it actually cost.
So it's fun bottle.
Yep.
Right? Probably can't any listeners out there go get this exact bottle.
But I think it'll be a good example of Woodford.
Exactly.
Like Woodford's regular outing, which we haven't done yet.
Well, perfect. See, start it with the unicorn of the of the series. You can't ever get it, but this will be a good intro. So what we'll do is once this goes on the list, I have to try to make it to the liquor store next week. Maybe I'll pick up a bottle from them.
Yeah.
That's a standard, right?
Yeah.
And then that way
we can kind of
later on in the season, we can kind of give it more of a true grade based on all the aspects. So we're going to have to figure exactly how we're going to do this. I feel like it'd be unfair. I'm not saying this is a platinum bottle for the flavor and everything, but I feel like we'll have to
We'll have to be careful.
Yes, we'll have to weigh all of that into our final grading of it. So I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it. I haven't even took a sip yet. It was freshly poured. Cleansed the palate with a little water.
Yeah.
Washed down my morning muffin.
Yep.
So let's see where this goes. I know we have plenty to bitch with. So.
Yeah.
So there we go. Cheers, buddy.
Oh,
Get all situated. Let's kick back and take a little sip.
Oh, that's solid. Yeah, good flavor.
All right.
I mean, when I found this, I may have been a couple of drinks in already when I tried to negotiate to get this bottle, but it still it tastes just as good as I thought I did. I thought I tasted. So I don't think I was that drunk.
All right. Well, no, I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so far so good.
Yeah.
Take that, groundhog.
Yeah. Fucking asshole giving us more winter. Like, and I thought we hadn't gotten to the groundhog yet, but no, for sure as shit. It's weeks and weeks ago that they did that. Like, oh fuck, I wasn't paying attention.
Well, even if he saw a shadow and we have more winter, at least I feel like the Northwest where we're at, we're done with snow.
Yeah.
We had that little
knock on wood, knock on wood.
We had that little shit dusting that, of course, screwed up everything in the state for. Luckily, it was only about a day and a half. I know you had a little more remnants up here, but
yeah,
it really only screwed up things for about a day and a half. So I guess we got lucky this year.
Yeah, yep. Well, and like a while ago, we were talking with Finn about him snowboarding down the hill in it, but still, it's like it just fucks everything up.
That, and it's not even the snow here; it's the stupid freezing rain we get in this.
Yep.
In this region, right? It really screws everything up.
It really does. I mean, if you live in like the flat parts of Colorado, or you're in New York or Connecticut or something, and it snows, yeah, there's not a lot of hills that you got to deal with. So, the worst that happens is you got to go up a little rise or something like that. Here, we've got fucking mountains all over the place.
Seriously.
So you want to go somewhere, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like unless you've got chains on or you're really good at it, it's a shit show. And you get into some of those passes in the Cascades or on the east side of Oregon, it gets really bad really fast. So you know what? I will deal with this rain. Fuck. I mean, it is a lot of rain. But I would rather have it just be the rain.
Exactly. I'll deal with a little wetness.
That's what he said.
Oh, hey.
Hey, good job.
Say, look at that.
Well, I had, we were going to try and do an episode yesterday, but I got into the middle of a honeydew list, and my fucking day was shot.
Those damn honeydew lists, and they never end. How many?
No.
You probably got multiple things checked off. The problem, though, is as you check them off every 2 or 3,
it breeds.
Yep. One gets added, and you're like, how does this happen?
Yeah, they're like fucking lemmings. It's like, wait, I swear to God I made, progress. Nope, apparently not.
Yep, and I feel like it's just this time of year where the list grows, right? Spring cleaning, all the things, taking things off from the exterior of the house, all the little water styrofoam things, and coming out of winter into the spring, there's just so much shit to do.
Well, so we've got that little fake stream and pond out front of the house, and when it was all cold, I shut it off because, the water was freezing. I didn't want it to fuck up the pump and that kind of stuff. Well, I hadn't had a chance yet to kind of get it going again, and so yesterday I was like, all right, fine, I'll drain it and I'll clear out, all the gunk and everything else and get it ready for spring. What I forget is it's really the only water source around us, like a true stream and a pond. And so every frog and every salamander within a quarter mile apparently had decided to show up and just fuck each other in there. Because there was egg, like those big jumbles of eggs that are just gel with the eggs inside them all over the bottom of the pond. I've got my water boots on, and so I go to step in, and the fucking, like, it's just squishy at the bottom. So I'm like, oh, gross. Using the net to fish this stuff out. Fish out like 15 salamanders, a bunch of frogs, everything else. I'm like, God damn, this is so gross. And I'm just flinging the bastards out into the forest. And I finally, after like 3 hours, finish cleaning it and refilling it and get it running. And as soon as I'm done, it just starts dumping rain. I'm like, why did I even bother filling it back up? Fucking Mother Nature would have taken care of it for me. What the hell?
Well, it did look good, by the way. I did see it flowing when I walked up here today, so.
Well, good. I'm glad you appreciate it.
It looked good.
It's aesthetic.
Yes, I like the sound of it. We always used to have some type of like fountain in the back patio, and I used to hate prepping those for the winter, right?
Yeah.
Luckily, the volume of water was a lot different, so I would cheat. I don't know how friendly this is to the environment, but it wasn't flowing anywhere. They were just fountains, right?
Yeah.
So I used to just say fuck it and just get bleach going in there to kind of clean. Well, it's like it wasn't in nature, right?
Yeah.
Sure, we had some shit breeding in there, but it was just your typical back patio fountain. So it was like, but still, the scum and all, just they're nasty if you don't stay with it. So I can only imagine the work. I mean, 3 hours, that actually, it would have took me about double that.
Yeah.
So,
oh, God.
But you've probably done it a few times. But no, it looked good. So for all the hard work,
good.
It was very nice to see it flowing in nice clear water. And you got rid of the.
I got rid of the critters in there. I'm sure they'll come back.
Oh,
and
buddy,
everything
that's
else.
the neighborhood fuck shack. Yeah, they're gonna have orgies in that all.
Well, for a while there, after we first did that, I was putting bleach in there, or like chlorine tablets, to try and keep it clean.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got yelled at by Joanna and McKenna, like, you're killing the poor frogs and the salamanders. I'm like, yeah, I'm burning their little butts out. Like they're in there just fucking all day long, making more egg sacs and everything else, and then it clogs up the pump. And I mean, there's been some really gross stuff in there. Like the salamanders would get stuck in the pump housing, and then they die.
Oh, yeah.
And so then I've just got a bunch of rotting salamanders stuck to the pump housing that I then have to, like, pull. It's really gross. So I had no problem bleaching the fuck out of it until I was told that I have to just let them be.
Yeah, you got to keep it el natural.
Yeah, fuck. It like your fountains, it doesn't go anywhere. It's a recycling pump, but apparently
it flows down, gets pumped back to the top,
and goes again. So if it's bleach water, it doesn't really matter, but apparently it does matter.
The chlorine tablet, that's genius, because that's
it's like the pool stuff.
Yeah, which, God, that's right. Talk about honey-do list. Is that on your list to put back up this year?
Yeah, it is.
That's probably, when do you do that? Is
I
that
should fucking do it right now when it's piss and rain all the time and just let nature fill that thing up.
Be like, honey, budget cuts. We're going to have nature.
Your pool's not ready until it's rained enough to be ready.
That's right. When is that? Is that like a late May, early June project?
Yeah, I'll probably put it up in late May. I've got to get the the heater and that kind of stuff set up this year so that it's a little warmer earlier. There's a lot of things I'm sure left on my honey-do list.
Yeah, mine too. I haven't looked at it for about a week, so I can imagine.
Hopefully the wives don't listen to this episode like, oh, you want a honey-do list?
Yeah.
Bitch, here you go.
You think that's long? Watch this. Oh, well. What are you going to do?
Fuck.
One by one, check them off, and 3 by 3, they get added back on.
So I did that, and then Jackson and his friends had apparently been a little violent with the slider handle downstairs in the kind of kids' play area and broken it off. So I had to go find a replacement door handle that now doesn't match color because I didn't want to spend the time to match the color. So it's like a weird off-colored handle and everything else, but it's fucking fixed.
Well, they can open and close it again?
Yeah, they can open and close it again.
There you go.
Not like they couldn't before, because it's, a double slider, so slide the other one open, you dumb shits. But they were like, oh, I don't know how to do this. It's broken.
It is funny. We have the dual French doors that lead off of our addition, and it's always so funny in the summertime to watch people using them. It's like,
because it's got like the fake handle on one, and the real handle on the other.
And the main, I forget what side it's on. I think it's the left side. That's the one that fully swings open. Then you take the handle and you lift it up, and it unlocks it from the top and the bottom. Then you can, and it's nice during Christmas time before pre-fake tree, right? Because we have huge vaulted ceilings, so it was always nice. We could bring in the 9 or 10 foot tree that we got through those and open them both up. But it's just so funny to watch, friends come over in the summertime when they're coming out for the fire pit or cornhole or whatever, and I just sit there and I'm like,
Mike, your door doesn't work. I'm trapped.
I'm like, it's not this. Is it this complicated? Like, granted, it's the house, and I know how to work it, but it's like they swing open and close, and then they bounce back open. I'm like, I'm going to put a note on one side. Just keep this side closed and only go in and out on this side.
Oh, fuck. Like the commercial ones, like this door okay, this door not okay. Like the Midvale School for the Gifted and Talented, and the kids trying to push on the pull door. Like, what are you doing, John? John, what are you doing?
Oh man. And my most sick humor that I have is the Tapforia door.
Yes,
because
it sure as shit looks like a push.
The way that it's set up, it's been flipped throughout the pre-Tapforia day. So I have tried to rectify it with multiple signs that tries to inform said people what to do. And it didn't help when we laid our flooring down on top of the subfloor. We went with the what is it? The framer plywood, right?
Yeah, chipboard stuff.
So we probably should have sanded a slight angle where you wouldn't have seen it with the eye, but you can't pull it in, right?
Yeah.
And literally, I don't know, 20 times a day, people try to pull it, and it hits the wood floor, and it stops. and then they get confused, and I'm like, all right, hold on. You have a 50-50 shot. You know it's not a slider. So if it doesn't work one way, we should just by default try the other way. But it's so funny to watch people. They're like, I don't know what to do. So from the front, I'll just yell, it's a push. And then they get out, and I'm like, is it that hard? I think there's 2 signs on it that says push, but
dude, I still get it wrong every once in a while.
It's funny. It's the one thing that it brings a good chuckle.
Yeah.
To everyone at Tap. Doors. Apparently, I didn't know they were so complicated.
Well, and it just depends on how much attention you're paying and everything else. So.
Yeah. Trying to get out of there after the significant other called, where the hell are you? Trying to make a grand escape, and then how they're stuck. It's a good business model, though.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have one more. We'll try again.
Hey, well, I mean, hell, you've got that trend right now of like, oh man, this escape room's really hard. Sir, this is a bar. Still really hard escape room.
Freaking escape rooms.
So I fixed the slider, and then the toilet seat up here. Apparently, at some point, one of us was a little violent with it and broke the hinge off of it, so it was no longer a soft close and no longer attached on one side. So there was definitely a risk of going down, sitting down on that toilet seat. So I replaced that as well, which was also a good time to really clean that toilet. Like you're never so grossed out as when you pull the old toilet seat off and you're like, there's everything that's underneath that bolt pattern.
Wow. It is funny. It's like painting around a switch, right? You take the switch off and you're like, holy shit, how many colors did the people have this room?
Or why is it a little bit lighter white behind the cover and darker white. That's just the oils and the dirt from every. Okay, so maybe I need to do a little bit of work here.
Yep.
Where you take down a picture frame and you're like, oh, I can still see the frame. Gross.
Yeah, I remember that in the younger days, burning candles or incense, right? You never realized how much smoke they put off.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, it's dark.
Yeah.
It's really dark.
Yeah. And gross.
Yeah.
I figure that's, everybody who vapes, I figure that's what their lungs look like, is just coated and shit.
Little here, little there.
Yep.
All that vegetable oil or whatever it's based out of.
Mm-hmm. Or like, my mom smoked growing up, and when we finally would sell her vehicles, because she would smoke in her car. If we weren't in it, the windows would be up. If we were in it, she'd crack a window for us. But she would smoke in her car with the windows up. And fuck, when we would sell those things, they'd be like, so they were a smoker. I'm like, gee, what tipped you off? The burn marks in the cloth seat or the yellow tinge to the fucking roof liner?
Yeah, man. That's hardcore.
Yeah.
My buddy's dad smokes in the house, and holy jeez, I forgot Oregon's had that smoke ban for probably damn near 20 years, right? Inside bars and everything.
Yeah.
So early days, first getting, the license to drink when you turn 21, that's what everyone was doing in bars.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of the norm, really, right? Even if you didn't smoke, you just knew that when you got home, you smelt like an ashtray. Right? It was like Benihana's, right? You got to strip your clothes right when you walk in the door, and it's like, how did we do that? I couldn't imagine if you could smoke inside tap.
Oh, fuck.
I just couldn't imagine. I never worked in those situations because I was younger.
Yeah.
I'd always go out to the bars during those, and it was just second nature. That's what everyone was doing. But when I go to my buddy's parents' house and they're both having their morning cigarette while reading the paper, it's just like, oh my God, this is such a beautiful house. And it's just instantly it sticks to you like Velcro, right?
Yep. Ugh, gross. It's just gross. But, I mean, you learned real quick. I mean, after my mom passed away and nobody was smoking in the house anymore, they got things repainted and everything else, and you're like, oh, that's what it's supposed to look like. Oh, fuck. They weren't yellow walls.
Yep. Yeah, I remember when Ted, partner at Tap, he bought his restaurant bar at the coast. I don't remember what year it was. It was probably damn near 2000 and what was it? Maybe 2008, somewhere around there. And I think the ban just got passed, or very close to the new laws of no more smoking inside. And I forgot how many gallons he said of Kills and other paints and primers, because they had the drop down grid ceiling, and he was like, bro, you didn't really realize it going in. I mean, you could of course smell it, but it was like, you turn the lights on, and he was like, holy shit, everything is yellow. So yeah, he spent many nights, him and his brother, they said, just slapping on layer after layer after layer to try to mask,
Yeah, try and make it clean again and get the scent to stop wafting out. Fuck. So gross.
Back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, no.
The one that always blows my mind of the smoking, right? Smoke, don't smoke, I don't care. But the one that always would blow my mind was on the planes.
Yeah.
Right? You'd have the first 15 rows or whatever. I don't, remember the details, but it was like, all right, this is the smoking section.
Yeah.
And then from this seat back is the non-smoking section.
Yep.
But from
that
my
magic
early
barrier.
Yes, from my early memories as a child, I was like, didn't think anything of it. And now I look back, I'm like, there was no wall
Mm-hmm.
There was no partition. There was no drape. There was literally nothing except for a sign on the overhead bins that said 15 A, B, and C smoking, 16 A, B, and C non-smoking, and somehow that sign
magically kept that smoke
Yeah.
from coming back to the back of the plane.
See, these are things our kids will never. Oh, and every chair had the little ashtray.
Ashtray.
Oh God, you just hit it, tick 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 tick. And I think
Oh yeah.
did all seats have them, right? I think
All
it was,
seats-
yeah, because
all
it was
seats
probably cheaper, right?
Yeah,
to
it's-
have just every seat made
Yep.
with the little flip metal ashtray
Uh-huh.
in it, so that way you didn't have to source different seats for different rows.
Yeah.
But oh, dude, yeah, those were archaic days.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, could you imagine now? People freak out if
somebody's vaping on a flight, somebody freaks the fuck out.
or someone reclines their seat.
Oh, yeah.
Or someone puts a bag directly over someone else's head in the overhead. Dude, people are fighting on the planes for that. I'm like, God, none of these people could make it back in the day. Could you imagine
Yeah.
the smoking, non-smoking section?
You're assaulting me with your cigarette smoke. I'm gonna sue you. Like, oh no. We were just all assaulted by horrible smells left and right, all over the place. Give me a break.
Yeah, see, I was so young, I don't even remember, but it had to be insane, right?
Yeah.
Smoking on a plane.
But it was just a normal thing. Like they didn't want you to. I think they didn't want you to smoke in the. No, you could smoke in the lavatory too, because there were ashtrays in the fucking door or something like that, and like, Jesus, just like I'm gonna sit down, take a dump, and have a cigarette, I guess. Like, fuck. But you can't even bring 3 ounces of goddamn, your own booze on top of the plane anymore, and
No, God forbid you bring a fucking tube of toothpaste that's 4.7 ounces. TSA will fuck you up.
But we could bring an entire carton of cheap ass cigarettes and a fucking Zippo lighter before.
Man, times have changed, hasn't it?
Oh God. I mean I appreciate it that I'm not having to sit in a smoky fucking cabin every time I get on a plane. But man, you could really tell, like, we would fly down south sometimes to go see some relatives, and somehow, like, those planes were like a goddamn bar. Like, it just smelled like gin and fucking cigarettes as soon as you got on those planes, and then somehow you get like, oh, we're going down to California, and it'd be a little less offensive. Like, all right.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
Yep.
Nowadays.
People would lose their shit.
Oh, man. The plane wouldn't even get pushed by the gate before the first fight would happen.
Yep. Well, should we take a little break?
Yeah, let's take a little break. Drink a little more whiskey. This is good.
Go
by
try
the
out
way.
the new toilet seat.
Oh, God, that's right. Yeah, let's go test that bad boy out together. We'll go in there together, you and I.
All right.
All right.
Doubles.
All right.
The Whiskey and Wine podcast is brought to you by Tapforia, Tigard, Oregon's first growler tap house. Founded in 2014, Tapforia has 28 taps, including beer, wine, cider, seltzer, and kombucha. Did you know that they are a bottle shop as well now? Stop in for a pint, glass, growler, or a 4, 6, or 12-pack of the latest and greatest offerings of our local breweries. Located on Highway 99W in Tigard. Visit tapforia.com and follow them on social media to see what they have on tap each day. Tapforia, craft beer and wines.
It's a really nice toilet seat, by the way. You did real good. Strung like bull. You can tell it's new, right? It just glides.
Yep. Super clean.
Yep.
Sturdy. Very sturdy. It held both of us.
Thing was strong, man. We got to give that thing a 5-star review. Could you imagine writing a review for the toilet seat?
We should just email them and be like, what is your weight limit for your toilet seat? Sir, why are you asking that? Like,
Well, just so you know, It held X. So we're just curious to see if we can add one more to the...
Yeah. We just want to see, like, where does your warranty lie? I mean, are you going to replace this thing when I've got 3 people sitting on it? Because I'm all for it. I'm ready to really make a totem pole.
But nice work on that, by the way.
Speaking of bathrooms, so I've done a few trips to the airport lately, and you've done a few trips to the airport lately. And the fucking dichotomy, like, there's so much to bitch about, but the dichotomy of, like, how nice the new bathrooms are
Compare
up top in that new section compared to what the bathrooms are next to baggage claim.
Oh, that's like night and day, right?
It's like a 1980s abandoned building downstairs. Like, the ceiling tiles are all gone. The bathroom tile is chipping. It all smells like piss everywhere. And then you go up top, and there's, like, skylights and trees and, like, a fountain, a river running down, and that's what you pee into. It's perfect. And then you go downstairs, and they're like, fuck you, get out.
That's right. Get your bag.
Get the fuck out. Don't use this bathroom.
And then exit. Yeah, you could tell the rotation of Portland's remodeling project.
Mm-hmm.
That poor downstairs is kind of the lost forbidden city, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because it's the last thing people see, so you would feel like...
Yeah,
I think they are, right? I know they're doing stages of everything, but no, you're right.
It's supposed to be like the end of 2026. It's supposed to be done down there and all refreshed and everything, which hopefully means like new baggage carousels and bathrooms and everything down there. Because, like, imagine flying into Portland like as your first time, and you walk out and it's this giant atrium with trees and wood beams, and it's just gorgeous. And then you go downstairs to get your bag, and it's just like some fucking troll. You need to use the bathroom. You must answer my questions 3.
No, it is. It is actually spot on. It's the dark, dirty dungeon down there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go down there a ton, right? Because usually I'm trying to pack light, and I just have the carry-ons. But like you said, sometimes when you park in the parking structure, you got to go either up or down, and I can never figure out if I'm going up where the sky bridge is. So half the time it's just easier to. I know if I go down, then you have to go through that long ass fucking tunnel with the people mover that goes under all all the streets and everything.
Yep.
Instead of trying to guess what level the sky bridge is on. But no, it's funny, man. That airport gets voted, right? One of the top airports in the nation. And luckily, for the most part, especially with the new remodel, the way they have done the gates, or not the gates, but where you check a bag and you go, the counters, I guess, right?
That's a great new system.
Great new system. It looks nice. We have, restaurants and stores, once again, pre-security. So if you are there picking up someone, you don't just have to... God, during the remodel, man, that thing was horrible. You just had to go either far left or far right, and you would just wait for them to come out the screening doors, right?
Yeah.
But at least now, they got the Loyal Legion, they got the coffee shop, they got a little sandwich shop. There's a few stores, like you said, they got trees all over, like the lobby, quote unquote lobby, if you want to call it. It's very, very nice, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, God forbid you have to go downstairs in the dungeon.
Fuck.
You got the hunchback dragging his foot. Get your bags and leave.
Oh, God, it's just so gross down there. Yeah, I mean, 60, 150-foot ceilings up top, downstairs, 8-foot ceiling, wet tiles.
I can't even stretch. I'm hitting bits and pieces.
All the lights are flickering. It's absolutely a horror movie down there.
It kind of is, man, now that I think about it. It is very complete 180 from what it is.
Yeah.
In the new terminal, and even once you get through security on the far left and right, like
Yeah.
they really kind of built those up with, new coffee shops. So if
Yep.
you don't want to get something pre-security, right, since you can't bring any liquids in, right, they have now some new options before you get to the actual gates and everything.
Yeah. Pretty solid. I mean, overall, they're doing a great job. It's just that fucking dichotomy.
Yeah, don't forget the basement, people. Come on, Port.
Well, and here's the other bitch I've got about it is, so if you want to park instead of just do the, like, have somebody wait
Circling
outside for you,
fucking aimlessly, or going to park by that cell phone waiting area.
Yeah, and if you want to just park and, like, go meet your party or pick them up or help them with their bags or whatever, it should be like the first hour is free, not the first 15 minutes. Because the first 15 minutes is, I've got the ticket, now I'm looking for those magic little green lights that show where there's an open parking spot, but I've spent 5 minutes trying to find that.
Yeah.
Then I've got to go to the elevators and either go up or down or whatever the fuck it is to either a sky bridge or a tunnel and walk all the way down to the fucking airport.
Yeah.
And then go back up, and boom, there's my 15 minutes.
And then don't forget, now you got to bring your ticket with you to pay the kiosk.
Yeah.
I guess you can still
pay at the gates.
All right. See, I usually just say fuck that and I just go.
Yeah.
I have a few more trips still coming up with Coop. So luckily the drop off's easy, right? Tuck and roll. I keep it under about 3 miles an hour. Just be gone. But picking them up. Yeah.
But it's still just fucking exhausting. And you've got all the new Lyft people and all those car services are over here, and then you got some fucktard who decides to just park and put on his emergency flashers, and he's just waiting there like, bitch, like, I remember they used to tow your ass 5 minutes in. Like, they just had tow trucks circling, waiting to grab cars. Why is it? Why are we?
Dude, it is weird. I remember, man, it was full on. You couldn't, like, you put the car in park and you were getting out to pop the trunk, right, to help with bags.
And there was some dude yelling,
"No
at
parking!"
you.
And you're like, bro, I'm just unloading.
Yeah.
I will be gone in 60 seconds. But I have noticed, you are right, they have gotten completely laxed on that. When I go back to Detroit is so big, right?
Yeah.
I'll call McCurdy, hey, I'm here. When I get the phone call, I've just stepped out the plane, so I still usually have to walk down Delta's monstrosity. I want to say there's like 60 gates. They have a little monorail that runs up above.
Yeah.
I don't even want to go because then I have to go up a level. I got to wait in line. I know it's there every like 90 seconds, but it's like
I'll just fucking
walk.
walk.
I've been cramped, right, on the nonstop, so I got to stretch my legs anyways. But it's so funny. Detroit, it's like a whole new world out there because everyone is just parked. It is. I don't understand it. I'll tell them, all right, I'm outside door 3. I see him coming, and it's like they have so many lanes there too at this Delta terminal that I swear to God, I bet you there's about 5. I have to take a picture next time I go to a Browns game. But the first like 3 are just people parking, and it's like, I remember back in the day, like literally you couldn't put your car in park without having someone yelling at you. And there's people literally just hanging out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you block 2/3 of your lanes?
Like, what? Can you please move? I'm trying to get my car on the inside lane out. Nah, I'm parked, dude.
No, yeah.
The fuck? No, move.
So now McCurdy, he'll literally pull up in like lane 4, put his hazards on, pop the hatch. I tell him just stay put, right? I throw my shit in, get in, dab him up, and he drives off. And I'm always like, dude, I feel like it's so dysfunctional here.
Yeah.
There's just so much.
Like, welcome to dystopian, like, after the war stuff. It's so fucking nuts now. And it used to be like they had like officers at like the crosswalks and they would whistle at you when you could. Now it's just fucking Frogger.
No, it's total Frogger. There's no more whistles. They were a little annoying though. But they did serve a purpose.
They did serve a purpose, but now it's like it doesn't even say stop. at crosswalks. It just says stop for pedestrians, and I'm like, well, that motherfucker's over there, so I can make it through. What are you gonna do? There's nobody here to protect you now.
No, it's Frogger. You're right, man. You just gotta hop through those lanes.
So fuck. I mean, you and I have spent enough time there without the benefits of, like, usually if you go to the airport, you get to go somewhere. At least it's somewhere somewhat fun, maybe.
Yeah, no.
No, it's just we're just fucking there and suffering.
Yeah, no. I don't even have a fun trip planned until August. So between now and then, I bet you I'll be at the airport 5 times doing drop-off and pickups.
Yep.
Oh, well. It will be my time soon.
You know, maybe we really need to work a little bit on this whole Kentucky trip.
Yes, we need to get something planned to go out there.
Yep.
Especially, I told you, McCurdy's oldest daughter, goes to Kentucky. So maybe she's same age as Maddie. So she'll be doing senior year next year. So maybe we try to plan a trip.
Like a fall trip?
Yep, where we could get a game in.
Uh-huh.
We'll meet McCurdy and Heather out there, catch a little sports.
Yep.
That town is cool. Like I said, I've only explored Lexington a little bit for one trip, and it was very, very cool town right there. Every hotel has, what we're drinking right now. It's funny. Every hotel, as you're kind of walking by, they have their A-frame sign up, and they're like, come and try,
Our private barrel.
Yeah, our private barrel. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Everyone in this town has bought their own barrel, and it's just
a housewarming gift at this point.
Yeah,
like, oh, congrats, welcome to our town. Here's a barrel.
So no, that would be we'll have to sit down and plan it.
Yeah,
because you would lose your mind. I told you the stories of the one Kentucky game that I went to, football game.
Yeah.
And they tailgate different there, my friend.
Yeah.
They're on a whole nother level, man. You go to a Duck game or a Beaver game here, right? It's like Coors Lights just flowing like a tap, right?
Yeah.
And, barbecue and this and that, man. You go there and they have those little kid swimming pool, the hard plastic shell one, and they're like, sure, there's one with beer cans or bottles and seltzers.
Yeah, but
and then the other 2 or 3 that are 6 to 8 foot in diameter, there's just whiskey bottles. And I'm like, oh man, how do you guys, this is a whole nother level of tailgating.
Yeah,
because I can drink Coors Light until frickin' the sun goes down nonstop all day every day. But then you start going through these little pools, and you're like, "Oh, what is this? Oh God, they have the. Oh, geez, this is your guys' tailgating. Does anyone watch the game that we're about to walk into?
Yeah, they see 2 of them.
Yep. So no, it was an
right,
eye-opening experience.
I'm in for this.
I've never quite seen anything like that before on just the sheer volume of killer bottles of bourbon.
Yeah.
Under a 12 by 12 shade tent, and it's just as far as the eye can see in the parking lot of the stadium. Just everyone's pounding bourbon and whiskey.
Yeah, drink whatever you want. Well, what have you got here? Well, that's an 18-year Elijah Craig, and that's like, I don't know. It's just shit that I had.
Yeah.
I just threw it in the pool.
Yeah,
like,
on our way here, we stopped by the distillery and we picked up a case, and we figured,
hey, look, we brought our own private barrel.
Oh God, that was about the only thing I think I did not see. But I bet you, if you walked around long enough, someone has something like that somewhere.
Oh my God, that'd be great.
But no, that would be fun. Could you imagine going to a game? We need a day to sober up, to get our bearings, to plot out our trip, and then just bourbon belt the hell out of that place. We'd have to rent a vehicle, like a chauffeur or town car or something, because there's no frickin' way we could go all day driving up and down and not, partake to the level that we would partake in.
Oh, fuck yes. Yeah, all right, we'll get on that. We got to do that.
Dude, this is really nice talking about bourbon.
Yeah. This, I've not done a lot of Woodfords before, but I've had a couple, like the Woodford Double Oaked. But this one, really good. Like, I'm really liking this one. I really wish it was available.
Yeah, and this is one that you can't get rid of this bottle because it's very cool.
Yep.
It says Oregon on it.
And
it's like a mystery. I like how it's a mystery, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's good. I'm completely discombobulated as far as when it comes time to giving it a grade, because my mind keeps going to the tier categories, right?
Yeah.
So I know we're only going to be doing it. I mean, I guess we could do nose and taste and finish to give it 3.
I think we just give it just on taste alone, like just how we enjoyed it, just on its own, since availability and price are not a thing. So.
Well, I love the fact, like I said, the bottle is so simple. Like, we don't even know how old this is.
Yeah.
Like, we don't. Juice itself, great.
Yeah, but it's just
smooth.
a fucking mystery.
It's a mystery. Maybe we'll have to tag them, see if they give any insight, right? As far as,
yeah,
I mean, I guess I could Google it, but that would mean I'd have to reach to my left, grab my phone that's on the table. I mean, that's clear about 9 inches away from me right now.
Yeah, no.
But no, this was a great. I'm glad you were able to find this.
Well, as much as Joanna hates it, I'm a verbose motherfucker, and I love talking to people.
Weird.
Yeah. So, we're at this dinner thing, and I got to talking to the guy, and I love him to death. He's super entertaining. His wife is an incredible person as well, and puts up with his goofiness and everything else. And so I just got talking to him and managed to come away with a bottle, little tradesies, and I am super glad that I was verbose and hung around a little longer, because this is absolutely worth it.
Nope, this was a nice little Sunday treat while we do our bitch fest.
Yeah. This was way more wine than it was whiskey.
And talking about wine, you gotta mind your P's and Q's over there, 'cause you still have some. Oh shit, we both have obligations after this. Got a frickin'. Oh god, yeah, obligations are coming quick.
Fuck. All right, we can do this. I believe. Well, what do you want to grade this thing then, man?
Well, like I said, we're only doing it on the juice, right?
Yep, just juice alone.
There's nothing else that we can base it on.
Yeah.
I mean, flavor to me, man, it was smooth. How long were we at? We're about 50 minutes right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't changed a whole lot.
Nope.
I mean, very minor.
We've had a couple lately that got a little weak late into the episode, so this is holding up solid.
It stayed the course.
Mm-hmm.
Fairly sweet for my buds on the front, but finish is nice. Flavor's great, man. There's all types of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I've tried to be good and not eat any snacks or candy during this, just so I could really enjoy it, since we're trying to really base it on one layer here.
Yeah.
But no, I've been a fan. It's been freaking great.
Yeah. The complexity is there. Not that I have like a complicated palate where we're like, oh, and here's the almond and the blah 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 and a little bit of tangerine. No, I don't have any of that. But it's flavor forward. There we go. We'll call it that. Flavor forward.
All right. No, yeah, like I said, there's definitely some sweetness and some fruits, right?
Yep.
Finish is nice. Not hot. No rocks in it, so it hasn't been diluted. But like I said, it stayed the course for the 50 minutes that we've been up here.
Yep.
bullshitting away.
Yeah.
Like I said, taking everything, my mind keeps going back to our traditional system, right? And it's like price,
Yeah.
availability,
Yep.
but flavor and everything,
Fucking fantastic.
dude, fantastic. I mean, I know where I'm going. I feel like we have to adjust it a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Just because this is such a obscured kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah. This is not, as much as like Mark or Derek or Jordan or Andy are helping us try to find that elusive platinum. This can't be the platinum just because its
It tastes good.
availability is gone.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm giving it high gold.
Nope, that's exactly where I was going. I
Like-
really, really enjoyed it. The fact that it stayed the course. Great color,
Yep.
right? Great nose on it.
Yep.
Great taste, great flavors. So, basing it on our reduced scale this week.
Still a fucking high gold.
Still a high gold, man.
Yep.
All right. Well, shit. All right. We'll
There we
lock
go.
it in. Enjoy this last sip.
I do not regret our choice for today.
Nope. Nice find, buddy. Nice find. You did good. Well, shit. Now we get to start part 2 of our
Our fucking
Sunday.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll go. Goddamn, take a shower and motherfucking be pretty and go wine tasting.
Oh, you're so nice. I'm not even doing all that.
Well,
I got
I
hard
mean,
pants on already.
It's
so.
fucking pretty in air quotes. There's no amount of pressure washing that's gonna make me actually look pretty. So. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for listening. Remember to check us out on social media. Check out the YouTube channel. Check out our website. If you see some merch there that you want, drop us a line. Let us know what you want. We'll get it to you. We'll figure out how to get paid, and we'll get it to you ASAP.
That's right. Who doesn't want fucking bitchin' shirts, man?
Yeah, you could wear a shirt that says "Go consume a satchel of Richards."
That's right. Daily Dick Punch.
We've got a little breakfast bourbon, and then we've got Mike taking a shit in a ball washer.
Yeah, things happen.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for listening, guys, and shit. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Enjoy.
This episode of the Whiskey and Wine podcast is sponsored by Portland Party Bus, Portland's original party bus company, where the ride becomes the party. PDX Party Bus pricing is all inclusive. This means all the hourly rates include all fees and mileage. No surprise charges at the end of your party, just professional staff and a party all along the way. Visit them at pdxpartybus.com and plan your next wine tasting, birthday party, or just a great weekend. pdxpartybus.com.